Right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Monday, May 27th. It is Memorial Day in the US. I think it's a bank holiday in the UK. Set by Brummy. Let's hope Brummy has something nice for a bank holiday. One across film, company, boss, and satellite. Ooh. Could it be a satellite, the name of one of the moons of one of our planets in the solar system? I can't think of a six-letter one. Film is sometimes ET, company could be co, and then maybe a two-letter boss. Yeah, I'm not getting it. How about name after salt, lake? Well, salt could be a sailor, and tar, Tarl. Tarl, is that a name? Oh, N for name, I think you put after salt, and I have heard of a tarn, which is a small lake, I think. I'm not exactly sure of the definition, but I have heard of a tarn. Is second, to wear wretched, sack. Well, the first part seems like wordplay. We know that wearing, if one word wears another, the other word goes around it. So I'm thinking sack is going to be the definition, which could be to fire somebody or a bag. Is second, I think, is going to be ISS, that we're going to put inside a word for wretched. Sack, well, just because the ISS, I'm wondering about dismissing, dismissal. Oh, we have dismal around the outside. I'm questioning the definition of sack. Yeah, I think I would have said is second to our wretched sacking, which I think sacking would still work for some kind of sacking material. But sack to me is the verb. Well, oh no, I suppose you can say I got the sack. Yeah, I suppose it does work. It just seems odd to me. Ooh, I'm immediately thinking of a studio for a film company back in the old days of the studio system. And a boss is a stud, and then Io is a moon of Saturn, I want to say, or Jupiter, one of those. Maybe even Mars. I'm not sure, but I do know Io is a moon. I think it comes up regularly in the crossword. So now our dead city, once covered by rock and dirt. I wonder if the definition is dead. And maybe a city once, one of those ancient cities like isn't that one? Which is going to be covered by, is there a four-letter word for rock and dirt? And it's going to mean dead. Ooh, there's a word at the tip of my tongue, not obsolete, but something like that. No, I'm not seeing it. All right. Controversial type of European film. Well, maybe it's controversial type. Could that be a controversial typeface like Papyrus or Comic Sans? European is often just E, so maybe it's E followed by a film. I can't think that how controversial would be part of wordplay, like a charade, a short word for controversial. maybe it's controversial as the definition, and it's a type of European, like a Slav or a Finn, and then followed by a film. Not thinking of it. How about activist gets rougher when going back inside? Oh, where's the definition there? Maybe activist. Oh, I'm thinking prisoner fits. But then what's the definition? Just inside or going back inside? Recidivism or something like that. But yeah. But then it does sound like wordplay where some word is going to go backwards inside another. Yeah, maybe a word for when. Oh, which I think could be as. Maybe that goes backwards inside a word for rougher. And that's going to mean an activist. A crusader. Oh, cruder is the rougher. Wow, that is tricky. Now our dead. Oh, maybe could dirt be the covered by rock, maybe, and then the definition is dirt. No, not seeing it. Relative backing of measure, that's a relief. Ooh, yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's a short word for relative and then a word for measure that goes backwards. And then it ends up defining a relief. A relief. Ooh, no. Measure could be in music, a bar, which would be rab backwards, or a law could be maybe a measure, WAL. I sort of like that. A vowel, renewal, no. All right, being corrupt, I twice try to conceal soldiers' malpractice. I think being corrupt is going to be the definition, just because the concealing, excuse me, sounds like wordplay. And also the word starts with I, so I think it's going to be I twice. So maybe it ends in I try, so the two I's and try conceal. And then in the remaining 7 letters, could it be an anagram of soldier? Being corrupt. No, I'm not seeing it. And it might be another word for try. Anyway, how about singer engaged in nepotism? I think this is a hidden clue. And I see Otis, and so you have to know Otis Redding. I'm sure there are other Otis singers, but I think it's probably him. Tops come off instrument, then adaptation needed for musical entertainment. So I think it's going to be a musical entertainment, something like a concert. Musical, well, that won't be musical. What is musical entertainment? And is it all just going to be an instrument without its first letter and then it all gets anagrammed or adapted? Or is it an instrument without its first letter followed by a word for adaption? Or even, oh, maybe an anagram of then. I like that. But then it would be a funny ending. Maybe H-E-N-T? Oh, yeah, that's possible. But I'm not seeing it. Sly, son, big, and single. I have a feeling it's going to mean single. We might have a word for sly, S for son. And then what's big going to be? Or, oh, maybe it's a word. The definition is sly. And it's going to be S for son, something for big. Oh, it is sly as the definition, but not the word, a name. So there's our son. Big is tall. And how I got it was thinking, well, single could be one. And I just looked at the S, the L, and the O-N-E at the end and thought of Sly Stallone. All right. Ooh, I wonder if, there's also Sly Stone. And we've had Otis Redding. Are there going to be more? Oh, there is a band, or was a band, the Crusaders. So maybe there will be some little hidden theme of soul music. Never managed to turn at end of runway. Well, the end of runway is a Y. Managed, we've seen before, is ran. And if you turn that, you get NAR plus the Y is nary. Now, I always thought nary meant not, as in nary a one. But maybe it means never a one, nary a one. Ah, all right. Mosaic construction showing satellites on move. Well, I think this one is easy enough if you know that mosaics consist of tessellation, which is also a mathematical thing about, how many ways or patterns you can make and all this symmetry, all these things come into it. Now, the trick is going to be, can I spell tessel? There must be two E's because there are two E's in satellites. Oh, maybe there's two L's. Yes, there are two L's. There we go. Tessellation. Ooh, that's a nice long one. I'm not aware of any soul group to do with tessellation. Well, there we go. Traditionalist, one of a number on the board. Ooh. For some reason, I have an image of I think mainly Protestant churches where the hymn numbers are put up on a board. But it's probably nothing to do with that. Traditionalist. One of a number on the board. No, I'm not getting it. Fiesta in body terms holds 4. Oh, well, we don't have 4. Fiesta, is that a Ford Fiesta or is it a... Yeah, ooh, oh, yeah, I'm thinking festival because then 4 I don't think is going to be anything to do with 4 down. I think it's going to be the Roman numerals. Oops. Somehow I completely mistyped that. Well, I can see we have an anagram of fiesta. No, we don't really. In body terms. So I'm not sure about this. Fest, I suppose, could be a fiesta, short for festival. And then in body terms, AL. Oh no, it must be fiestas, the definitions. Then in body terms holds four. So festal. Let me look up the word festal and see what that means. Well, festal seems to just mean of or relating to a feast, festival, holiday, or similar occasion. So I'm not sure about this, but I'll leave it for now. We'll see if the crossers agree with it. Abandon, craft, it's turning about. I wonder if it could be a type of craft, which may or may not be a boat, and then ITS, and then you turn all of that around. So you'd have a word STI, and it means abandon, which of course could be abandoning something, or it could be as in abandon, not having any cares to give. Abandon. Does 12 down look like it might end in a T? Possibly. Oh, we do have with Turkey's capital, which could be the final T. But then the definition would be like David. Oh, I was going to say Attenborough, but it's not him. David. Oh, like the statue of David. Ah, yeah, so oddly equates US is an anagram of, oh, so it's not going to be a T, but I think it is, oops, going to be statuesque. All right, well, there goes that theory, but I'm glad we took a look at 12 down. Let's go back to the downs. Ooh, this one goes all the way to the bottom. Fast-moving hunters, power rifle range once set. Well, there is a rifle range, but power rifle range, I think, is a meaningless phrase. However, it has 15 letters in it. And I'm wondering if once set is telling us that once we have set those letters, we're going to get a fast-moving hunter. I'm thinking of some kind of animal that, like a cheetah or a leopard, that moves fast. Oh, it could be some kind of missile, or is it a hunter from mythology? Let's try power rifle range. We have all of those letters. So what are the, I always look at the unusual letters, the W and the G. Where would they go? And then that final E, what kind of ending would that word have? Oh, I wonder if it could be a bird of some kind, a bird of prey. But Yeah, what's going to come between the A and the F? Hmm. Oh, peregrine falcon. But no, I don't. Doesn't match the F. Ah, but I wasn't sure about festival, so let's get rid of that. But I did see from some of the letters we have peregrine falcon. Oh, I think power is actually a single P, so there's no W. But once is not just saying once, it's not part of the directions, it's part of the wordplay. Yeah, I just thought of a bird of, I think I was thinking of falcon, but realizing that F was, but funnily enough, I think seeing the F in the wrong place made me think of a word beginning with the F. So, yeah, in a funny sort of way, I think that did help me. All right, I'm pretty sure that is an anagram of P rifle range once. All right, so now this controversial type of Europe. What type of European might begin with a P? A pole? Oh, polarizing, maybe? Would be controversial, but that doesn't fit. Um, polemical? No. All right. How about Daffodil Advanced by actor James? Which James is it? James is a first name. Um, James Dean. Dean is four letters. Franco. Gandolfini. Ooh, there's Lily James. And of course, I think Daffodil is in the same family as a Lily. So I think it's got to be a word for advanced and then Lily. Of course, it could be Lily something, but no, I think it's going to be something Lily. All right, I'm going to cheat and look up Wikipedia on daffodils and see if there's another name for them. Ah, okay. There is, so I think daffodils are part of the family Narcissus, and there is Narcissus pseudo-Narcissus, which is commonly named the wild daffodil or Lent lily. I've never heard of Lent, but I think the wordplay is if you lent some money to somebody, you advanced it to them. All right, so this might be pole, and then film, which of course could be a film over something, a thin layer, or it could just be a four-letter film. That's going to mean controversial. Not sure about that. Well, let's have a look now. Yeah, so where's the G coming from? Being, oh, maybe being is anagrammed. Being corrupt. I twice try to conceal. Soldiers malpractice. Could it be something like, oh, I don't know, but something a soldier would do that gets them in trouble? Let me get rid of that for the moment. Insubordination type of thing. If it is an anagram of being, in beg. No, not seeing it. All right, gloomy, sort of cleaner, about to retire. About to retire to me sounds like wordplay. It might be RE, which means about retiring or going backwards. So what's a sort of cleaner? No, not seeing it. Top Labour and increasingly rattled Tory leaders keeping quiet. Keeping quiet again sounds like wordplay. P for quiet is being kept within. Well, Labour could be the letter L. Oh, leaders I think is going to be maybe IRT for increasingly rattled Tory. It's a funny ending though. I think there would probably be a U in front of it. Whether, well, maybe a SH top. Oh, a top could be some kind of shirt. Oh, quiet could be SH. Ah. So the only word left for wordplay is going to be labor. So I think it's going to be something like a work shirt. Labor. And it's going to make some kind of shirt. Oh my goodness. But it's spelt as 10 letters, so it's not going to be something like a rugby shirt. Now, it might be 2 letters for labor plus A and D. Yeah, I'm going to pause and think about what kind of shirts there are with 10 letters. Oh, of course, such an obvious one. A sweat shirt, so labor can be sweat. All right, so now controversial is yeah, polarize, but no pole. Not seeing it. Ooh, now our yes. So the whole thing means a relative. I mean, you look at that and you immediately think of nephew. And yeah, we've seen these before. These are printers' measures for a specific width on the page between words. There's an EN and an EM. Here it's the EN, which is backed. And then few is a relief. I think in the UK, certainly growing up in Ireland, I always spelt it this way with a P. I think in the US, it's more usually with a W, W-H-E-W, few. Funny difference. All right, now gloomy, sort of cleaner, about to retire. What's a word for gloomy with a P in the middle? Something like tepid or torpid or not seeing it. Let me pause and look up synonyms of gloomy. I think it's a gloomy sort, and I think the word is a moper. So it is retiring, and before that, a cleaner is a mop. And so gloomy sort is the definition. I think this is a polemist. I think I only know the polemicist form, but I think it's controversial type is the definition. European is pole, and a film can be a light mist. Oh, I think this is maybe malpractice, irregularity, surely. Well, let's see. Being corrupt. Oh, I think maybe I try is anagrammed because the R is out of place. And that conceals. Oh, I think it's actually this R. Yeah, this R plus this ITY. They conceal a regular. I suppose that's a type of soldier. And you get malpractice is an irregularity. Oh my goodness. All right, now our dead city, once covered by rock and dirt. No, not seeing it. No. Oh, here's our musical entertainment. Ooh. I'm not thinking of anything for that. Is it ILL, INL? Yeah, not. Then what's going to be the ending with the H? Could be a GHT. No, let's try 15. Nothing is achieved by being dominated by foreign descent. I'm thinking of the word non-entity. Yeah, so I think a nothing as a person is a non-entity, and you achieve that word by a being is an entity, which is dominated or has on top of it the French word for no, which is foreign descent. Ooh, so now this, yeah, what's NCH, NSH? What is that? Is that a, I'm suddenly thinking is it an Irish word or Gaelic word like Cayley or something? Musical entertainment. I think I'm going to have to resort to wordplays.com and see what I can come up with. Well, no wonder I couldn't think of a word that fit that pattern. It's Iolanthe, which is a Gilbert and Sullivan musical, not one of their better known ones, I think. I think everyone knows the Pirates of Penzance. So let's see. Okay, so the instrument is a viola, which loses its V, and then it is an anagram of then at the end, which I thought was very unlikely, but there it is. Iolanthe. Oh my goodness. All right, let me use wordplays.com to help me solve this dead city. All right, the most likely word I see is ordure, which is dirt. I think mainly feces, right? Ordure. And there's our dead city is which is covered by rock. Oh, there's O-R-E. Dead, I think, is D. So D and city once is and it's covered by or. Now I get it. All right. I was trying to work out what O-R-D-E was, but now I see it. Oh my goodness. So it's taken me well over half an hour to get the top half of this done. So let's see. Yeah, let's finish the acrosses. Ooh, we do have a nice cue. Yeah, so if you're a traditionalist, you're not going with the times, you might be described as square. And I suppose on a chessboard, you have squares. Is that where the other definition is coming in from? Now our fiesta in body terms holds four. Ah, yes, it's not a festival, it's carnival. So carnal is an adjective meaning in body terms, and it holds the Roman numeral 4 to give a fiesta. All right. That was our abandoned craft. It's turning, so it's not STI at the beginning. Abandoned craft, it's turning about. Nope. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Boudica, isn't she the same as Boudicca, or however you pronounced her name? But I think they changed the spelling at some point since I was a boy. Style accessory, I think that might be the definition, but I'm not sure what she wore or carried. Chest moved around yard. Well, yard might simply be that Y, but it could also be YD, but I'm wondering if it's an anagram of chest. Is it something like STYCHE? Is that something that Boudica would have worn? Let me look it up. I had the wrong anagram. It is scythe, and there's a statue of, and here it's spelled with Boadicea, and her daughters, Boadicea, in London, facing Big Ben, and her chariot has scythes on it, so it is an accessory associated with her. All right, penniless poets strip. I'm wondering if it's a poet's name with a P in it, and you take the P away, so it's penniless, and it means strip. Now, is that a strip of material or a strip as a verb? I'm thinking of Sylvia Plath, and I'm thinking if a lath is a strip. Yeah, we're well past the 30-minute mark, so let me check this. It is right. All right. Knight, despicable type, turned back river. Ooh, so I'm wondering if it's a knight is a sir, and then a three-letter word for a despicable type. And when you turn it back, you get a river. Oh, what is the river? Well, there's the river Styx. I'm not sure what river that could be. A despicable type. Well, we've seen cad and rat. A cur. Oh, I can't think of one with an I in the middle. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Let me resort to wordplays.com. Of course, it's the Tigris and Euphrates, and so the despicable type is a git. Not a word I see very often these days in the US. All right, hardly satisfying, read, times leader. Times leader, I think, is that it's going to end in T. Is it going to be hardly satisfying? That's the definition, and we have a four-letter word for read. Oh yes, if you scan something, you read it quickly. We have that recently. And scant, I suppose, is hardly satisfying. Scant portions, for example. All right, abandon craft, it's turning about. No. Ooh, okay. Unfeeling music genre, not so much. Oh, well, I wonder if this could be soul, soulless. Yeah, so I think going in, oh yeah, I never checked to see if anything else we had might be soul related. I don't see any other crosses. Let's look at some of the downs. Oh, well, there's Earl sweatshirt. Maybe that's a reference there. Don't think there's any group. There should be a group called the Peregrine Falcons. Statuesque, Scant, Tarn. Who was there? A musician, a British musician, Alan Tarney or something like that, back in the 70s. Anyway, I don't think there's any others, but let's check Solus. It is correct. Ooh, so to abandon something would be to jettison. I think it's turning. Yes, a craft might be jet, aircraft. And then it's turning, I think just means it's is anagrammed, and about is on. Very tricky to spot that extra about because turning about just makes so much sense to us. But the about is actually not necessary for the turning. All right, that was I thought very tough for for a bank holiday. I think Brummy could have, of course, he may not have known what day would come out. All right, let's check all. Everything still seems to be there. Let's see. I think, were there any I didn't understand? Oh, yeah, maybe one or two. Let's see what 15 squared has to say anyway. All right, today's blog is by Eileen. She drew the short straw, I suppose, to do the bank holiday. And she says, oh, Brummy, third time in 10 days. My goodness. Didn't spot a theme. We'll see if anyone else spots any soul links. I think I actually did understand, or thought I understood everything today eventually. And sure enough, Otis Redding. And oh yeah, square is on a chessboard. Jet, it's plus on. So Eileen misunderstood it at first. Ooh, the peregrine falcon is the fastest member of the animal kingdom. Interesting. Yeah, I think I got everything there. Yeah, so yeah, let's see if anyone's talking about soul. Otherwise, maybe I need to create an account and make a comment. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading through there. Yeah, I don't see any mentions of. But there is a little theme of cars. Falcon Carnival. I never heard of some of these. Anyway, that was fun. But as I said, I thought it was a little tricky. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.